you, family, and welcome if you're new here. I'm Tia, and this is Tia's Sweet Tooth. It is April the 13th, Sunday, April the 13th, and we are on our way, the kid and I, to his bowling tournament in Solomon's Island Road. I don't, like, do bowling people go to church? Like, do bowling people go to church? Why are the tournaments always on a Sunday? But anyway, so we're off to his tournament, and I hope I have enough strength today, because when I get back, I need to start preparing for my pop-up shop, which is April the 26th. Since I have to go back to work every day now and not one day a week, I have to plan in advance. So today I'm hoping is going to be my icing day. Hopefully I can get all 4 or 5 icings made today. And then I'm going to be introducing a new product this pop-up shop, which is my snickerdoodle mini loaf cake. So I'm gathering my recipe for that, so I hope that's a success. But yeah, we're on our way to the tournament. It's like an hour away from our house, but yeah, so I'll see you guys later. Hey y'all, so the tournament is over. The kid and his partner came in 3rd place, so we didn't win any scholarship money because they were only giving scholarship money for 1st and 2nd place. So I was a little disappointed about that, because we need that scholarship money, y'all. We need a full ride to college. But since him and his partner came into 3rd place, they both get free jerseys of their choice, which is cool, because they like to rock their jerseys just like an outfit. So that's cool. This tournament was actually really quick. They were only bowling for like an hour and a half, and they bowled 5 games. So that was pretty cool, because sometimes we'll be at these tournaments for 3-4 hours, but this was a quick tournament. They had a rough start. I was like, oh my gosh, rough start, but they pulled it through. They came through and came in 3rd place for scratch. And then, like I said, they won free jerseys of their choice. So now him and I are on our way to Marshall's, because I want to redo his oh, that's him putting his balls in the trunk. I want to redo his bathroom, so I'm going to look at some shower curtains and bath mats and all that kind of stuff. So all right, so I have another cake jar order, which I'm so super happy. That means that my business is growing, because I have more cake jars sold this year than I started in December. So Yvonne, thank you so much. I don't know how you found me. It had to be on one of my social media platforms, but I thank you for trusting in my business and supporting. So thank you so much. So I was about to start my buttercream icings, but I thought it was right to just show you guys how I pack my cake jars for shipping. With my business, since I have a 9-to-5, I decided to only have one shipping day, and that shipping day is on Mondays. And I do Mondays because that allows time for UPS to ship the product. I don't like shipping like close to Friday, because if it gets stuck during the weekend, the cake jars may melt and become room temperature, and that's not a good thing. So I try to ship on Mondays to ensure that when the customer get their cake jar, it's still cold. So the first thing I do when I ship my cake jars is stamp my logo in this pretty 10 by 8 by 4 box. I want a 10 by 8 by 6 box. It's hard trying to find that box. So if you guys know where I can find this color box with it being 6 inches deep, please let me know in the comments below. But starting off, I use my logo stamp and I stamp it with my logo. And I ensure that the stamp gets the whole logo because the stamp is a little bit wider than my ink pad. So I like to make sure that I'm stamping it and the ink is on the full thing. So this is my logo. And then I try to stamp it in the middle of the box. Yes. And it looks like this. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's my logo. And then I just build the box. So let me turn it this way so you guys can see it. And I just push the 2 flyaways in and then put the main piece over top of them and make sure it connects in this little hole right here. So I'll do it like this again. I'll put the 2 flaps inside and then pull this over and then put the main piece in the hole. Okay, once that's done, then I also use these insulated envelopes just to ensure that my cake jar stays cold. So my customer asked for the red velvet cheesecake swirl and the strawberry shortcake cake jar. So I'm going to put both of those in. And then I will give her 3 ice packs just to ensure that the cake jars stay cold. So put 2 at the bottom and I like to put 1 up top. Okay. And then I'll close it. Close it like so. That way it stays cold the entire route to my customer's destination. Now, once I do that, then I'll put the insulated envelope inside of the box. And then I'll put some of this pink crinkly paper in it. And I'll do that. Make it look really cute. Make sure I let y'all see it. So I'll put some of the crinkly paper in it just to hide some of it. And since this customer ordered 2 cake jars, I'll give her 2 spoons. I also pack a care card. Oops, let me close this ink so it won't dry out. A care card, and this care card just tells them how to take care of the cake jar, and on the back it says thank you. And then I give them a little keychain, a little cupcake keychain. So, and that's how my cake box looks. Let me show you guys. This is how it looks before. Can you guys see it? This is how it looks before I ship it. And then I also add the order form that says what's in the box. I forgot to print that, so I'll go print that in a second before I seal this box up. So yeah, that's basically what I do. I'll put the flaps in and then tape the box so it's secure, and then I'll put the UPS shipping label on it. I'm not going to show you her address, but I put that on the box as well. And that is it. That's how I ship off my cake jars. And since I use UPS, locally, my customer will get it 1 to 2 business days. I had a shipment 2 weeks ago where the person received it the next day. So I've also tried the post office. I paid for 2-day shipping because I wanted to test how far I could go with my cake jars. I paid for 2-day shipping, and the shipping did not get there until 6 days later. So
So far, UPS has been working and staying true to their 2-day shipping, and I truly appreciate that, because with these perishable goods, you want to make sure your customer get the jar still cold. So yeah, that's that. And now I'm going to create my buttercream icings for my pop-up shop. Okay, so I am about to start making my buttercreams. I have 3 to make today. I've already made my Biscoff cloud buttercream, and now I'm going to make my cream cheese icing, chocolate buttercream, and my vanilla. These containers, I got these containers from my local cake shop. I used to buy my high ratio shortening by the 3-pound count. And I found myself going back, because this doesn't get me very far. So I just started purchasing about a year ago the 50-pound high ratio shortening, and it lasts a lot longer, and I'm saving money by doing that. And then I use, for my bigger batches, I use this big boy right here. So my vanilla buttercream is going to go in this one, and this is going to be the cream cheese and chocolate buttercream. One thing I want to tell you guys is make sure you connect and do your research with your health department. I know for the state of Maryland, and each state is different, you have to produce products that are non-hazardous, that can be potentially hazardous in the sun. So whether you're doing like a pop-up shop or a farmer's market, a festival, whatever, you don't want your items to spoil. And I know Maryland is really big on that, and they will check on you and ask for the ingredients that are going to be in your products, just so we won't have anybody sick out there. So I have changed my recipe up a bit and decided to do a non-dairy buttercream. And it's been working for me. The taste is not like the traditional buttercream, but it's still pretty good. I don't want anybody sick, so I had to conform to the regulations of my state. And yeah, now I'm about to make my buttercreams. Okay, so I'm about to montage you guys out as I prepare to make this buttercream. I just got finished making all of my icing. As you can see, I made 3 batches of the vanilla cloud. I made 1 batch of cookies and cream. I forgot all about the cookies and cream one. And then I made the chocolate one right here. And I made 2 batches of the cream cheese icing. So it took me a little over 2.5 hours to make all of them. Now it's time for the part that I dread the most, which is the cleanup part. Luckily, I did most of it as I went along, so I don't have too much to do. But yeah, so at least I got this step out of the way. I made a total of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 batches of buttercream. And then next, I'll just move on to making my mini loaf cakes, my cake jars, and my cupcakes. So at least I got this part done. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, planning ahead is the key when you have pop-up shops, or if you have a large cake order and you work a full-time job. Preparation is the key. So I am so happy that I knocked this out, and later on this week I may start baking and then freezing those baked goods, so when it's time to assemble it before the pop-up shop, I won't have too much to do. So yeah, I will pick you guys back up once I start preparing my cake jars and decorating my mini loaf cakes and cupcakes. So I'll see you guys later.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like, and I'll see you on my next one.